The Seton Catholic Sentinels are ready to serve and spike on Friday night. Tonight, Coach James Johnson's team takes on a very dangerous squad in ALA QC. It's coming to you live from John J. McMahon Gym on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno alongside Seton assistant coach John Engelbert. And John, we saw this Seton team get back on track with a very efficient victory in 3 sets over Poston Butte.
Yeah, we played well that night. They were excited to have our home opener. Everybody was firing on all cylinders. We made the plays we needed to, and we took care of business that night.
Now tonight, a different level in competition with ALA QC coming in, a squad that made the postseason last year, a team that knocked off Seton in 4 sets in their house.
Yes, sir. But now we're back at our house this year, and we're a more talented, more improved team from where we were last year. But ALA QC has a lot of good, strong firepower on their side, too. They got a couple of good outside hitters that we're going to have to play well to beat.
And you talk about some keys there, John. When we look at ALA QC, Peyton Devlin leads the squad with 47 kills. Of course, with Seton, they can beat you in so many different ways with Michaela Bell on the outside, Elizabeth Steinkamp. So what are some of the keys offensively for Seton in this match?
We're going to see, from ALA QC, we're going to see a lot of offense going through their outside. So we're going to try to neutralize that and kind of counteract that with a more balanced offense. Hopefully, you'll see a lot of our middles, a lot of our right sides get some kills too, even though we'd like to run offense through the outsides, but we want to get other hitters involved too.
So Seton once again playing another playoff team from last year. We're going to have the starting lineups and more coming up in just a bit right here from John J. McMahon Gym on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. And Jim, I am joined by my broadcast partner, Adam Perry, who plays baseball for Chandler Gilbert. He's going to be on the mound humming the heat. Came off rehab, but he is ready to go. He also joined me on the broadcast for Chandler Gilbert baseball, and what great insight he brought, and he's going to be bringing his expertise. He's got this big glow in his face. He's so happy to be here.
Yeah.
And Adam, your thoughts of, you know, you're a sports aficionado. You're with me on the football telecast last night, and now we're doing volleyball, and you're seeing two good teams in Class 4A.
You know, I'm always excited to learn, Joe, and being around a guy like you, you know, I couldn't ask for a better mentor. And, you know, here today, you're going to show me the ropes of volleyball, and, you know, I'll follow after your lead. And I'm excited. We got a pretty good matchup here, and it's a big chance for Seton Catholic to pick up a win.
Seton comes into this with a record of 2-2. On the other side, this is a very, very good ALA QC team, a record of 2-1 on the year. Their only loss came to Australia Foothills, the defending 4A champions, and they have got a really talented outside hitter in Peyton Devlin. She's on her way to NAU. So
Wow.
That being said, they come in, they average 11 kills per set. And when you think about that number, Adam, that resonates because they're playing some quality team volleyball.
Yeah, I mean, almost half is, you know, pretty remarkable, and we'll see that today. We'll see if she shows up, and she's going to have to. I mean, Seton Catholic looks pretty dialed in these warm-ups here.
Seton is coming off a very efficient outing in the win over Poston Butte. Going into that match, their hitting percentage, they were struggling at .079, but they dialed it up. They got the 3-set victory. Now they're back home for a second set. And we've got the student body. They're here, and Adam, last night you were kind of introduced to Freddie the Flamingo, and they got Freddie on the stick.
He's back. He's back, you know, and that's great to see that, you know, the student section here over at Seton Catholic just has so much life. You know, they show up to every sporting event, and they bring passion with them. And, you know, being a player and seeing your teammates and, seeing your friends and classmates come out to support you really has an impact.
Absolutely. It's that extra dose of energy because you want to play well in front of your classmates and friends. And if you don't, in some cases, you hear about it from your classmates and friends.
Yeah.
One way or another. So Seton, of course, they made the playoffs last year, losing in the playing game to Flagstaff. And so far, 2-2 with victories over Marcos and Poston Butte. 2 losses, but to playoff teams from last year, Arizona College Prep and Gilbert ALA North, a squad that lost in the 4A semifinals. And this is a team, once again, in ALA QC. They won their playing game and lost in the first round to Canyon del Oro. So you're looking at a Seton team playing quality teams out of the gates, Adam.
Yeah, this is a contender matchup here. Both of these teams have a really good chance at, you know, going all the way this year, and it'll be exciting to see who comes out on top here today.
James Johnson, the head coach right to our right in his 5th year. He graduated from Seton in 1987. His daughter, Riley, is an assistant coach. She played for Seton. She was a libero. She had 350 digs her senior season.
Wow.
Also on the coaching staff is Brian Milhone in his 7th season. His daughter Grace played at Seton. And John Engelbert, who also coaches the men's squad. He won a state title with Seton back in 2016. So when you think about that, talk about coaches that bleed the Seton colors.
Yeah, I mean, and that's great to see. You know, when you have a family and you have that chemistry of always being around this environment and this school, you know, it's only going to work in your favor.
Yes. Patriots led by head coach Alan Ramage. He graduated from ASU, spent some time growing up in the West Valley, Trevor Brown. Then he moved to Palmdale, California, where he went to high school. He actually played high school volleyball with USA gold medalist Ryan Moeller.
Wow.
He is in his 2nd season. Of course, we talked about Peyton Devlin leading the team with 47 kills. Sophomore Sarah Bocut having a great season with 17, make that 47 aces. Bocut and Presley Harris have 4 blocks a set per piece. Devlin with 37 digs, Bocut with 35 digs, assists. Kyna Williams with 56 and Chloe Hancock with 43. So Patriots hitting percentage at .188. They average 11 kills, almost 3 aces, 2 blocks, almost 18 digs, and almost 12 assists per set. And getting back to, I stand corrected on a couple things. The season averages, Devlin leads the team in kills with 47. Sarah Bocut with 47 aces. Bocut and Presley Harris with 4 blocks apiece. Devlin with 37 digs. Bocut with 35. assists, kind of Williams with a good amount as well. And so that pretty much rounds it out. Talking to Coach Ramage, says his team is still trying to build some chemistry in the early part of this season. Look, they've only got 3 matches in. It's almost like you on the baseball field. Those first 3 games, you're still feeling how to play it out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a feeling out process until you get towards the middle to latter half of the season, but it's always good to put your team in a situation where you can afford to drop some games at the latter half of the season. And coming off strong, having a good start to your season is quintessential to making a good playoff run. And you know, hopefully today Seton Catholic can move to 3-2 and push ALA down to 2-2.
Lifetime, the Sentinels are 4-1 against the Patriots. First time they met was in 2020 with Seton winning 2 matches, followed by another 2 in 2021. Last time these squads played was last year down in QC with Seton losing in 4 sets. And James Johnson, who's sitting right to our right, putting a starting lineup together. He knows how talented this ALA QC team is, and he says, we're just going to have to elevate our game and be ready for the onslaught that QC has on the outside. And that's really all you can do. Adam, you've got to bring the effort and commitment and be fearless at the net.
Yeah, and you know, we can talk about game plans all day, but everything changes once the first ball is put in play, and we'll see how these teams, you know, we'll see the work they've put in, we'll see who's ready. And you know, last time ALA might have got the better of them in their home, but you know, today we're in Sentinels territory, and hopefully Seton can pull one off.
So ALA Academy, starting lineup, their libero is going to be Kiana Williams, Shondell Erling, number 5, joins her, number 8, Peyton Devlin, who we've talked a lot about, number 10, Presley Harris. In the middle, number 15, Chloe Hancock, a setter, and number 17, Sarah Bocut, who's also getting a lot of college looks. She played for the Arizona Storm volleyball team, the club team, and they finished 3rd nationally in the summer. So we're looking at a team that's got some firepower. And Ramage, who coached up in the high country at Snowflake, and that's where Peyton Devlin came down from. She transferred after her cousin, Taya Bryce, played for Coach Ramage. So Devlin moved down to the Valley, and here they are. And for Seton, at home, and this is the first time this year that they're playing a playoff caliber team on their home court. The first 2 times, a very hard-fought loss to Arizona College Prep in 5 sets, and then a 3-set loss to Gilbert ALA North. No shame in that. They actually really outplayed in the first 2 sets, but elevated their game, losing 25-19 in that 3rd set. So, needless to say, it's going to be interesting how this one plays out. Seton, they have to come out fast, and they have to be able to handle the outside attack, and they're going to have to put some pressure on ALA QC as well. Volleyball is a game of runs, and service in this one is paramount for Seton. Last year they had trouble maintaining their serves, and too many times they'd get the ball back on a side out and they'd give it right back. So service game, very important. So you've got kind of a flavor of Seton Catholic. You've called a couple football games, and now you're indoors.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool in here, unlike the grueling temperatures outside.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, the initial thoughts as we close in about 22 seconds before the school prayer and the national anthem?
Yeah, less than 20 seconds now, and you know, the environment is still the same. I see a lot of support for Seton, and I'm just excited to get this game underway, man.
I'm going to go to the scorers table real quick to get the starting lineup. Adam, you can address the crowd.
So apologies, we still have the Seton Catholic warm-up to take place here, so we've got almost 6 minutes before we get underway, and you know, a lot of excitement here. camera work brought to you by Paulo Hutchison, a man who has mastered his craft of everything broadcast related. And joining me here shortly will once again be Joe Pequeno. And man, oh man, is he good at his broadcasting duties. He's taken me under his wing. I mean, last year he brought me onto the broadcasting crew with Chandler Gilbert Community College, and you know, he dragged me along to Seton now, and I absolutely love it. He's taught me everything, the ins and out of the broadcasting game, and I mean, I'm excited to work with this guy here today.
So Adam Perry is a man of multi-talents. Broadcaster, he's going to be an anesthesiologist. He has a tremendous appetite, just like I do. But the big thing is he's in his late teens, early 20s, so he can burn it off, you know, like a car going down the street, just eating up fuel.
Yeah.
And now he's going to see Seton volleyball and good caliber volleyball tonight, because you got two playoff potential teams going at it. So we talked about ALA starting lineup. I just got the starting lineup for Seton. It's going to be number 2, Madeline Bell in the middle. Fia Fisher, who's having a great sophomore year. On the outside, number 18, Elizabeth Steinkamp. And we're going to say Steinhammer or Stein Lumber on multiple occasions. Elizabeth's mom is sitting right behind us. Adam, Mrs. Steinkamp, Adam Perry.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'm doing the introductions there. Number 14, Michaela Bell. Number 10, Sophia Shalapour as a setter. And Emily Yaley will be the libero, and she'll check in shortly after. So early thoughts of what I've seen from Seton. Only one match so far, as Grace Milhone has just arrived. And Grace played for Seton back in 2017. Hi, Grace. 350 kills your senior season or something like that. So Grace is coming this way right now. And I'm going to let her know that, Grace, I had to go back to your stats in 2017. And as I look, give me 1 second. Oh, yes. Senior season, 355 digs.
Oof.
So even though Grace won't talk on camera, because
we got her on camera right now,
because she's afraid to, outstanding volleyball player. And the beautiful thing about when you play at Seton Catholic, you're always part of the family, so you can always return.
Yeah.
Sort of like Mrs. Steinkamp. Her son, Tommy, played on the baseball team.
Right.
And so, obviously, I use the Tommy Boy references on multiple occasions.
Okay, there it is.
And Tommy now goes to ASU, and I hear he just moved into the frat house, and he's still maintaining his grades.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It's all about getting the paper, right? He was on the honor roll.
There we go.
So Tommy Boy,
he's in good standing.
He's slaying it in the classroom. He might be slaying it. And I just heard Tommy Boy's not putting the sunscreen on accordingly. So needless to say, we get a lot of former Sentinels coming in and watching the teams progress. And obviously Grace and Riley. Riley's an assistant coach now, and it means something to them to come back and watch a program that they participated in and have such fond memories of. And we seeing Seton getting their warm-ups right now. We're about $1:30 away. Of course, Friday night, right here at John J. McMahon Gym. Last night, the Sentinels football team lost to Valley Christian, but a couple big things we saw last night in that one. Riley Kelly, who plays on the soccer team, kicked an extra point last night.
How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, she nailed it right through the uprights, and you know, that's great to see.
Talked to Riley about it afterwards. My goodness. I mean, she was like almost in tears. Her mom came out and gave her a big hug, and you know, I'm a big fan of hers because of covering the soccer team, but it was a special moment in what was a lopsided affair.
Yeah.
But you know, Seton will battle on. They've got Alhambra next week. And for the volleyball team, they're going to hit the road for a couple matches. They're going to go Tuesday night. They go to Mesquite, and that's their crosstown rival. Literally stone's throw away from here. And Adam, you've been part of numerous rivalry games. And for Seton to go on the road to Mesquite, what do you think the buildup is going to be like for them in that locker room?
I mean, that's the best feeling as a high school athlete is when you have a rivalry game and it's away. Because you might not have as big of a crowd supporting you, but you have a motive, and your motive is I'm going to go into their house and take what's mine. And, you know, Seton Catholic, I'm sure, will be super amped up, super ready to go. And speaking of ready to go, looks like we're about to get underway here.
We are closing in, so we are going to listen to the starting lineups, the school prayer, and the national anthem. And Adam and Joe, Perry and Pequeno will be back in just a moment. Our referee for tonight's contest is Mark Byrne Quinn. The umpire, Scott Nodes. Seton huddling on the court, excited, ready to get things going, and looking for revenge after last year's 4-set loss against the Patriots. Talking to Coach Alan Ramage, he feels this team has got the ability to go far. And for James Johnson and his squad, Adam, they feel they've got the talent to make some postseason noise as well.
Yeah, both of these teams here, I mean, this is important. You know, early in the season still, but this is where you find out who you really are. You know, two competitive teams here, and hopefully Seton Catholic is going to take this one home. We'll be underway shortly.
And as we talk volleyball, Chandler Gilbert ranked number 13 preseason, so that's a good program over there by Coach Nelson. And this one is underway. Seton on the receiving end. Yaley. And unfortunately, a receiving error right off the bat. Good serve, and that is Peyton Devlin, who we talked about, on her way to NAU. Good serve. Shalapar. And once again, Seton having some issues on the receiving end. Devlin with that nice, tight, hard serve that's almost like a hard slider, per se.
A lot of topspin on that.
Shalapur, outside hit. And one too many hits, and Elizabeth comes up big. A 2-1 Seton deficit. Fisher, Steinkamp, Bell, Yaley. Shalapur on serve, as well as Louise Hall. Bump over, Yaley digs it out. Shalapur outside, Steinkamp goes down the line and connects. And Adam, the beautiful thing is sometimes that outside hitter, you don't have to go 150 miles an hour. Sometimes you can throw the changeup right down the line.
Yeah, looks like she read the defense pretty well right there.
Shalapur on the serve, dug out nicely by the Patriots. And that's a big time boom on the outside, Sarah Bocut. And Bocut, as we mentioned in the pregame, plays her club for the Arizona Storm, a team that finished third nationally last year. She's got some recruiting buzz behind her. A 3-2 Patriots lead. On the serve is Ella Doble. Yaley could not dig it out in that back row. And that brings out Riley Johnson to have a little bit of a conversation. Back on serve, Doble. Louise Hall's there. Shalapur. Little bump over by Steinkamp. Push to the outside. Right side attack. Great dig by Hall, and that hit the turf. Or hit the wood, I should say. A 5-2 ALA QC advantage. Serve is up, and that one is hit to Phoenix. So now it's Seton, Adam, with an opportunity with Steinkamp on serve.
And they got to make the most of it here. The service from the Patriots has been pretty phenomenal so far.
Rylan Keene has checked in on that front row, and Rylan Keene is a great newcomer for this team. Patriots get it across. Shalapur. And Fia Fisher. And a violation at the net. And it's 6-3. ALA QC going to serve. Chloe Hancock. Another good serve. Shalapur outside. Knocked across by Keene. Patriots setting it up. Big block at the net.
Wow.
Michaela Bell and Fia Fisher. The dynamic duo with the block party at the net. And Seton pulls within 2. Fia Fisher on serve. Worked in that back row by the Patriots. Now set up for the outside. Steinkamp, good dig. Bell with the power, and Pell delivers off the tip. And Seton pulls within 1. And Fia Fisher, a young lady last year with this program, really blossoming in her second year. Went to practice this week and she looked fantastic. Good dig out by Chandel Erling. And another point for Seton. Sentinels. And now rolled off 3 straight points. Fisher, good serve, that back end. Little bump. Fisher's there. Right side attack. Good work in that back row. Devlin gets it across. Set up. Shalapur. And blocked at the net. Coming up, Sarah Bocut. Gives it right back to Ryan Keene. 7-6. Ryland with a good attempt at the net. Maybe that time, a little cross court. Keene digs it out. Shalapur. And that time, Keene is long. 8-6. Game of runs and game of emotions. That's the beauty of volleyball. If more people would come out, Adam, to see volleyball, I'm telling you, arenas would be packed across the country.
Yeah, super fast-paced and exciting gameplay. That one falls for ALA once again.
Give up the service ace to Sarah Bocut on a nice service run. Dug out nicely by Steinkamp. Shalapur outside. Bell kept alive in that back end. Yaley, Shalapur. Battle out the net. Ryland Keene wins it. The Fab freshman with the vertical and then some. And you gotta love the classmates saying, she's a freshman. Loving that. They're bringing the juice on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
In the serve for Seton, Madeline Coaches. Almost serves up the ace, outside hit. And that block is no good. Coming up, Peyton Devlin bringing the power from the outside. In a 10-7 Patriots advantage. Salazar and Madeline Bellin. Keene, Salazar gets it across. Back row. Battle up the net. Devlin keeps it alive. Salazar. Coaches outside. Good work by the back row of the Patriots. Steinkamp digs it. Salazar shoots it. Devlin. And Devlin off the tape.
Wow.
And knocks it home.
Great volley right there.
And that's what happens when you got 2 great teams going back and forth. Both teams, both sides, not relenting. Good serve. Yaley digs it out. Coaches. Ryland Keene kept alive by Bocut in that back row. Knocked across. Coaches is there. Yaley. Bump by Keene. Kept alive. Devlin gets it across. Good hustle by Coaches. Devlin off the pole, and that's a Seton point.
Wow.
Good effort.
Electrifying stuff right here. Seton closing the gap once again.
Ryland Keene showing her toughness in this first set. Keene shoots it across, almost the near ace. Devlin with the push across and can't get it to go. Tickled off the top of the twine. And Seton pulls within 2. Rylan Keene doing work at the net and working that service line like a champ. Keene, that back row, good work by Bocut. And the front line can't deliver. Ella Doble in an awkward area. And it's a 1-point Seton deficit. Keene. And shoots that one wide, but still a good service run to bring Seton closer. Keene checks out, checking in. Louise Hall. Hall, Salazar, Maddie Bell on that front line. I think that coaches Salazar and Bell on the front line. Knocked across, and that is out. And Seton gets it right back. Kiana Williams, just a little bit too much adrenaline going. 12-11. Emily Yaley on the serve. It's dropped right down in the middle. It's knocked over. Hall is there. And a miscommunication between Salazar and coaches. And QC goes back up 2 with Peyton Devlin on serve. Devlin. And Seton gets it right back. So as we talked about, Adam, the service game's so important. You can get momentum for a split second, then if you can't get the serve in, the other team gets the momentum right back. Yeah, exactly. We've seen that on display from both sides here, and right there for Devlin to, overshoot that serve, that's huge momentum for Seton. And Sophia's got a fan base tonight. We love number 10. Good sign by the student body. Back row attack. Shalapur tried to hustle, and Fia couldn't knock it off the net. And Seton's, every time they pull within 1, ALA has an answer. Checking in. Ella Doble on the serve. Doble, and that one goes out. So now both sides are flirting with danger in their service games. Keene checking in. Louise Hall checking out. Elizabeth Steinkamp on serve. And Steinkamp shoots that one out to Queen Creek. Yeah, whoever can establish the serve quicker here is going to pull ahead. 15-13. Back in for ALA-QC, number 11, Victoria Ingerfield. On serve, Chloe Hancock. Hancock, Keene. Yaley shoots it back the other way, and Keene just knocks it across. Outside attack. Good work by Michaela Bell. Shalapur set up nicely by the Patriots. Blocked at the net. Steinkamp hustling. Knocked across by Fia Fisher. Coach Johnson wanted a call, didn't get it. And Fia Fisher throws it down with authority. Awesome right there for Fia Fisher. And Fia's been so good early in the season, right in the middle, but she's just really starting to take her game to a different level. Went to practice this week, Adam, and you hear the old adage, you play like you practice. Well, she played and practiced like a champ this week. Outside attack, and that one a little too much into the net, and Ingerfield could not handle it, and we are knotted at 15. Seton has won 4 or 5 lifetime matches against the Patriots, but lost in 4 last year. Devlin getting tangled up with Shandell Erling, and Seton takes the lead. It's their first lead in this match. Fia Fisher going to work. Right into Erling. And a big hit by the Patriots. And we are knotted at 16. Yaley back in. On serve, Sarah Bocut. Keene, Shalapur, sets up Keene. Devlin, outside Ingerfeld. Tipped, Shalapur setting up the outside. Little bump over. Patriots have the answer. Now they go on the attack with Devlin, and Devlin finds the soft spot right in front of the back line. 17-16. Bocut. Keene. Shalapur. And Maddie Bell shoots that long. Good effort by the freshman. Coaching staff was hoping for a tip. They don't get it. Bocut. Yaley's there. Shalapur. Right side attack. And Michaela Bell chopping down the trees for the point.
I mean, just like that, neither team is wanting to give an inch here. I mean, these ladies no doubt are competing right now.
Salazar and Maddie Bell back in. Madeline Coaches in on serve. Great first set. And this one tips off the twine for the ace. Maddie Coaches. Dr. P, I would call that the changeup if you were on the mound.
Yeah, that's just great for the Sentinels here.
18 all. Once again, off the tape. Devlin shoots it across. Steinkamp, battle at the net, and Devlin wins that. And it's the Patriots going back up one. Presley Harris on serve. Keene on that back row. Set up nicely, Salazar. And Salazar comes up big. And that camera almost got taken out.
Yeah.
That live feed was almost taken out. Whoever's broadcasting on Periscope almost lost their phone. 19 all. Keene on serve.
And some more props to the Seton student section. They got rowdy for that point.
Keene. Devlin. Hancock back to Keene. Keene blocked at the net, but it's out of bounds. Salazar with a great effort. Patriots go back up one. A battle of wills, Adam, right now. A battle of wills. And who could be more clean at the service line and keep the unforced errors out of their game. Kiana Williams on serve. Yaley. Coaches and Steinkamp gets it across. Kept alive. Salazar. Steinkamp across. Tipped at the line. Kiana Williams. Back row attack, and that one is out. 20 all. Checking out Maddie Bell. Fia Fisher back in. Yaley. Keene. Coaches. Fisher. Steinkamp. And Salazar on the floor. Coaches, outside attack. Steinkamp. Blocked at the net. Coaches sets it up again. Steinkamp. This time cuts down the trees like a champ.
Second time was the charm right there.
21-20. And Seton, the benefit of a ALA timeout. And for Seton, look, Adam, they've gone through the gamut early in this season, taking on playoff teams on the road. A hard-fought loss to Arizona College Prep in 5 sets. Then taking on ALA Gilbert North, the semifinalists in 4A last year. And Seton now taking on another playoff team and holding their own with the lead.
Yeah,
And Seton made the playoffs last year, by the way, as well.
right, more than holding their own. I mean, Seton Catholic is looking phenomenal here today. Explosive, and you know, anytime that ALA might block a spike, they're right there to recover.
And we got some push-ups. And we got Freddie the Flamingo. Freddie taking in the action. He loves his volleyball.
He's always hanging around somewhere.
Freddie. He's going back to the bird feed. 21-20. Yaley about to serve it up. Seton 4 points away from a first set victory. Good timeout by Alan Ramage, the head coach. Graduated from Arizona State. Yaley, good serve. Orcutt. Devlin. And Devlin, the big time power at the net. $21-all. Devlin on serve. Knotted in this one. Keene is there. Coach is setting it up in that middle. And Fia throws it down like a champ. Seton on top, 22-21.
Fia Fisher has looked phenomenal today up by the net. I mean, making blocks and, you know, getting kills up there.
Salazar checking out. Sophia Shalapour, who's just great at the service line, checks in. And that one off the top of the twine, saved by Williams. Outside hit, and that's blocked. Fisher couldn't handle that one. And once again, we are tied at 22. And John Engelbert coming out and giving the ladies a dose of inspiration. On serve for the Patriots, Brooklyn Randall, a senior. And that Seton fan base getting into it. Shalapour, Steinkamp blocked at the net.
Wow.
And Steinkamp with the Steinhammer. And her brother Tommy Boy, if he's on the campus of ASU, watching in his dorm room, he's got something to celebrate. 23-22, Steinkamp, the super sophomore on serve. Williams outside, kept alive by Yaley. Keene with the valiant effort. Almost took out the scores table. 23-all.
We were getting ready to jump out of the way right there.
And now the referees and the scoring table trying to get everything situated.
Chloe Hancock on service here.
Hancock, the lefty. Yaley digs it out. Shalapour, right side attack. And Michaela fires up an Adam Perry fastball for the point. And it's set point for the Sentinels. And Fia Fisher will have to wait as the Patriots call another timeout. And I am seeing a Sentinels team that looks so much more composed than last year. I mean, if they would have faced this squad last year, Seton would have crumbled in the course of this one. They're showing some grit and they're showing some toughness.
Absolutely, and you know, I could equate winning the first set in a volleyball match to winning the first playoff game in a playoff series in baseball. And I mean, whoever comes out with the victory here, you know, you have the momentum, you have the energy, you have everything going into the next set. So if Seton Catholic can hold on here and pull this one out, it would just be awesome for the rest of the game for them.
James Johnson, the veteran coach, in his 5th year, he added John Engelbert to the staff, and John, a wealth of knowledge. Talking to the young ladies in that huddle about execution, and John bringing that extra dose of expertise, helping elevate this squad this year. So the Sentinels set point Fisher on serve. Fisher, Steinkamp, Shalapur, Keene, Maddie Bell, and Michaela Bell on the floor. Outside, hit, blocked at the net by Seton. Good work on the back row. Opportunity. Devlin. Outside hit, and that outside hit almost shook the gym by Sarah Bocut. And we are at 24.
Timeout not granted.
James Johnson was looking for a timeout. And Michaela Bell answers on the other side.
They don't need it.
Checking in, Maddie Coaches, Annalise Salazar. Seton with an opportunity. Once again, set point. Patriots not going down quietly in this first. Coaches. Set up nicely, Devlin blocked to the net by Waylon Keene, and the Sentinels take the first set.
Wow.
26-24.
How awesome is that? Devlin looked unstoppable all set. And the point that mattered most, Seton Catholic stepped up to the occasion.
And that is just
Wow.
the first set, folks. My goodness. The first of 2 more sets in which could go 5. We'll take a short timeout. You're watching the Sentinels host the Patriots of ALA QC right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. So last night, we saw the UFO hovering over Michael Eubanks Stadium.
Whoa. He's
Tonight-
breaking it down.
Yeah, tonight, that ship landed, and he's doing his little breakdown move on the court. I mean,
That's awesome.
we got Freddie the Flamingo. We've got visitors from other planets. I mean, we
Wow.
got everything right here at the Seton Catholic Sports Network.
And, oh, there he
And
is.
now Freddie.
He's joining the party.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, the question is that ET going to phone home? And he's still in the middle, getting his breakdancing on, and Freddie's just like watching, like, okay,
Yeah. Hey,
you're in my house.
I don't think they know the game is about to get going here.
Yeah, and he phased out.
There he goes.
Yeah. And
Back to the spaceship.
Yeah. So here we are, second set. After a great first set. And Adam, Ryland Keene was awesome, but just a complete team effort in that first set.
Absolutely.
We begin the second set. Devlin, a little bump across, and Devlin finds the soft spot.
Yeah, last set, I mean, we saw a lot of Fia Fisher. We saw a lot of Emily Gale, Sophia Shalapur. I mean, it was a team effort, absolutely.
Steinkamp digs it out. Shalapur. Steinkamp goes cross court. And James Johnson wanted that call and does not get it. A 2-0 Patriots lead. Devlin on serve. Fires that fastball right into Steinkamp. She couldn't dig it out. 3-0. Patriots jumping out after dropping the first set, 26-24. And Keene and Yaley with a little miscommunication on that back row. And Devlin setting the tone for the Patriots, rolling off 4 quick ones. Devlin going back to work, and that one looked like it could have been out. Keene. And after a quick 5-0 start, James Johnson has to call a timeout.
Yeah, regroup here and try and get on the same foot that they were in the last set.
And in some of the early matches, Adam, one of the biggest problems for Seton was they had numerous receiving errors. And that right there, the way it started, that second set, that problem reared its ugly head again.
Yeah, that set all started to go bad on the very first serve. I mean, a well-placed ball by Devlin, unable to be returned by Seton Catholic, and ever since then it was kind of an avalanche. But, you know, 5 points is not a big deal. Still a lot of time left to come back and regain leadership of this set and hopefully go up 2-0.
So James Johnson and Brian Milhone talking to the young ladies and getting them ready to go and trying to claw their way back into this one. Devlin on serve. And it hasn't been attack mistakes, it's been on the receiving end.
Yep.
Where they were so good in that first set. Here we go. And that one is out. A much needed service break for Seton. Devlin in that back row kind of laughs it off her. And she's like the veteran on the team, talking to head coach Alan Ramage. She's that additional coach out there. Dug out nicely. Keena Williams and bow cut. High and hard on that left side. A 6-1 Patriots lead. Checking in, Brooklyn Randall. Checking out, Ella Doble. Randall, the senior. Yaley digs it out. Shalapur, bump left side attack. Kept alive in the middle. Outside, Hancock. Hancock fires up the winner on that right side. And John Engelbert talking about positioning on that point. Shalapur, Keene cuts through the top. Hancock setting up the outside. Bow cut, a little too long. 7-2. Yaley checks out. Maddie Bell checks in with her high octane neon pink shoes. Barbie style, right, Adam?
Barbie style.
$1 billion movie. Who would have thought? Did you see that movie?
I did not. I know I'm missing
out
out on the
I
pop
didn't
culture.
see it either, and I won't.
Devlin, right back up the middle.
Keene, Devlin, Williams shoots up the outside. Bow cut. right through Shalapur.
Bocut has been phenomenal this set.
And it's not like I dislike Barbie. Let's make it clear.
Right.
I just have no interest. And I'm a
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling fan, by the way.
Yeah.
I think Gosling's
Likeable
great.
guy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Margot Robbie, I'm a fan of hers as well. I'm just not really interested to see the movie. And that is out. So once again, for the record, I did not play with Barbies as a kid. I played with the G.I. Joe.
Right.
The action hero, and the $6 Million Man, and the Stretch Armstrong, and Marvel superhero toys.
Yeah, not your cup of tea.
Yeah. Hancock setting up that right side attack. Bocut right into Yaley. And now it's a 9-3 Patriots lead. And that Patriots bench up and going. Bocut on serve. Yaley on that back row. Coaches punched up by Maddie Bell, and that's out of bounds. And this one's starting to get away from Seton. Now a 10-3 Patriots lead. Sarah Bocut drawing a lot of college attention. Coaches. Rylan Keene blocked, kept alive.
Oh, wow.
Good work by Seton. Devlin, and that's kept in the air, off the rafters, and there's nothing you can do.
No. But right there, we saw a flash of what we saw last set. Phenomenal defense from Seton. They were really in that point right there. Unfortunately, it didn't go their way, but they stopped the offense from Devlin and Bocut. Bocut again.
Yaley digs it out. Coaches and Salazar in a very difficult situation, sliding to her left, trying to knock it over, could not. A 12-3 Patriots second set lead. Bocut, Yaley. Coaches, Keene. Little battle up the net, and Rylan Keene, perfect placement. 8 up that middle, Victoria Ingerfield could not have an answer. Twelve to 4. Seton with an uphill battle. Keene, nice serve. Right into Chandel Erling.
So here we go, some momentum being regained by Seton Catholic now. And the freshman, Rylan Keene, doing a good job of keeping it rolling.
Good service action from her in the first set, and now she's bringing it here in the second.
There we go, an ace.
And Devlin couldn't handle that. Dropping really hard, now a 12-6 Seton deficit. They've rolled off the last 3 points. Keene, good tight serve. Hancock setting up that outside for Ingerfield. Blocked at the net. Devlin the other side. And Devlin gets that back row. Looked like it was close.
Yeah.
But no complaints from Seton.
No complaints, and the ladies on Seton don't look very worried. A lot of smiles on their face. They're still having fun.
Presley Harris on the serve. In that middle. Maddie Bell blocked. Kept alive. Steinkamp just knocks it over. Patriots resetting their offense. Right side attack. Back row. Keene try to keep it alive off the off balance one arm shot. 14-6. Presley Harris. Keene. Coaches. Steinkamp tipped at the net. Hancock. Devlin the other side. Devlin goes down the line. And James Johnson has to call a timeout. So this one started in a very ineffective way for Seton. The receiving end plagued them, and they fell behind 5-0, and now they're trying to play catch up with a team that made the playoffs last year and feels it's got even more firepower to go even farther this year.
Yeah, this set not going Seton's way so far, but you know, we've seen flashes. We've seen some defensive flashes, and we've seen some offensive flashes, specifically from Rylan Keene. You know, when she has the ball and she's serving, things are looking a lot better for Seton Catholic Preparatory. And in terms of the offense from ALA, we see Sarah Bocut and Devlin, just two terrors on the outside.
Devlin on her way to NAU. Bocut is getting all kinds of college recognition. And let's give credit where credit is due, and they're being set up nicely by Chloe Hancock, who's doing some great things, as well as Kiana Williams. On the serve, Presley Harris. Yaley digs it out. Coaches, left side. Steinkamp came flying right into Hancock. Devlin gets it across. Steinkamp gets it over.
Yeah.
Hancock setting up that right side. Keene is there. And a net violation. Now 16-6. Harris. Keene. Knocked across. Devlin with the short touch and tried to dump it across and could not. Seton gets the service break. Checking back in is Fia Fisher. Yaley on the serve. Steinkamp, Salazar, Fisher. Coaches, Keene and Yaley on the floor. Point in favor of the Patriots. Now 17-7. Kiana Williams on serve. Keene in that back row. Coaches, Steinkamp. And Steinkamp, big time hammer.
Brings the heat.
Not over yet. Michaela Bell checking in. Shalapur checking in. Salazar. Coaches checking out. Now can Seton capitalize on its serve. Good energy at John J. McMahon Gym. Devlin blocked at the net, and it falls in between. 18-8. Devlin on serve. Hancock, Bocut. Doble on that front line. Shalapur, Steinkamp. Winner at the net. Had two attackers at the net and chops them down. 18-9. Devlin is there. Knocked over. Seton with an opportunity to set up its offense. Fia Fisher was going for the kill. Partially blocked. And Yaley couldn't handle it. 19-9. Coach Alan Ramage in his second year. Former Sun Devil. Allie Connolly on serve. Shalapur. Keene. Williams. Bocut. Try to bring it. Shalapur. On the back end. Michaela Bell. Little battle at the net. And Fia Fisher up for the challenge. 19-10. Not over yet. Yaley checks out. Maddie Bell on that front line with her sister and Rylan Keene. Shalapur, Steinkamp, and Fia on serve. Keene, good work on that serve to Erling. And the Patriots find the middle of the floor.
Yaley comes back in. And she made a tremendous stop just a point ago on an attempted kill from one of the outside hitters. Up the middle.
Steinkamp. Rylan Keene dumps it down. Seton pulls within 9. Maddie Coaches goes in to serve. Her specialty.
Salazar in as well.
Erling. Back row attack. Salazar. Shoots that long. And now it's the Patriots feeling the second set victory in their sights. Bocut. Coaches, Salazar. Hancock, Erling. Devlin blocked at the net. Coaches is there. Yaley. Keene fires it up, tipped at the net. Another opportunity.
Wow.
And Rylan Keene comes up big.
Great volley and a great point win for Seton Catholic.
And Rylan's been so good on her serve in the first and second set.
Yeah.
Maybe she can provide a run for Seton right here. Trailing by 9. And that drops.
Beautiful ace right there.
Keene pulling out the ace card. Erling in that back row gambled, and she lost. Devlin digs it out. Hancock back to Devlin. Devlin, the hammer. And it's the Patriots 3 points away. And now it's the Seton fan base and the Patriots JV squad going at it. Battle out the net. Yaley keeps it alive. Bocut, Hancock setting up the middle. Salazar's there. Coaches. Violation against Seton. 2 points away for the Patriots taking the second set. Presley Harris. Yaley. Coaches. And Maddie Bell. Bringing the power.
Bit of redemption right there after the net violation. Just a point ago. And now we see Yaley on service.
23-14. Yaley fires it across. Dug out nicely by Bocut. Good placement by Hancock. Chloe Hancock looked like she was going to set up Devlin and just found that soft spot in that Seton defense. Set point for the Patriots with Kiana Williams going to serve. Williams, Yaley. Salazar rips it across. Williams, Devlin. Salazar, and Salazar right into Bocut. 24-15. Kayla Bell and Sophia Shalapur checking back in. Good volleyball between two playoff teams from a year ago. Shalapur having to block out the JV squad, making noise for the Patriots. Outside bump, kept alive. Shalapur setting up Steinkamp, and Steinkamp
Wins it.
left-handed thunder.
Wow. Overpowers the ALA defenders right there for a huge point. And Seton Catholic is making noise.
24-16. Yaley's there on the back row. Shalapur. Steinkamp again. Steinkamp elevating her game. 24-17. Seton's rolled off 3 straight points. They're going to have a tremendous run.
No doubt. Backs against the ropes.
Dug out by Bocut. Williams, Devlin, and Devlin high and hard. And the Patriots take the second set. 25-17. We are tied at 1. We'll take a short break. A good one between the Patriots of ALA QC and your Sentinels right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network from John J. McMahon Gym. So we are getting ready for third set action. This one even at 1. Seton took the first set 26-24. Dropped the second set 25-17. And what really plagued Seton in that second set was receiving errors. They couldn't handle the serve from ALA QC. They fell behind 5-0, and that lead extended to 11-3, and Seton couldn't battle and get back in that one. So now it's knotted at 1. And Seton's going to have to step up its game on the receiving end. They were so good in that first set, and they got stronger as that first set went on. And then that second set, they looked a little bit like they did last year, just not able to handle success and capitalize on good play, and revert back to making some mental mistakes and costly on the receiving end. So here we go. Fisher, Shalapur, Steinkamp, Michaela Bell, Rylan Keene, Emily Yaley on the floor for the Sentinels. Devlin, Kiana Williams, Erling, Hancock, Bocut, as well as Doble on the floor. Bell, battle at the net. Bell keeps it alive. Once again, good save. And Shalapur trying to rip it across.
And that's a great volley for the first point there. And the SCP student section is bringing the heat once again. Couldn't wheel that one though.
Devlin on serve. And she gives it right back. So Seton with an opportunity a much better start to this second set, able to handle the serve of ALA QC. They capitalize on a QC serving error. Knotted at one with Shalapour on serve. And Shalapour gives that one right back. And you hate to see that. We talked about capitalizing and the momentum off the serve.
Yep, this is almost similar to what happened last set, actually. Got up to just about the same start where there was a battle of, who would get the first solid service down, and hopefully it's Seton Catholic this time.
Allie Conley on serve. Conley, Yaley, Steinkamp draws him closer. Michaela tipped, and Michaela gets the point. And I've been saying and thinking this for a long time that Michaela Bell is really, she's kind of the X factor in this team because she's got the height and she is playing a strong, strong match. And I think that's exciting for Seton fans to see because she has a wealth of talent. And how about Steinkamp firing up the ace in the back row?
Steinkamp has just been a huge contributing factor to Seton all game, and here we go. Gives him the lead for the first time in this one.
She was fabulous as a freshman and continuing on as a sophomore. Steinkamp, Erling, Kiana Williams, battle at the net. Williams, Hancock gets it over. Steinkamp hands the answer. Shalapour, Michaela Bell the winner. And just as we sing the praises of Michaela Bell, she answers our call. And it's really, I can't stress this enough, Adam. Sometimes with Michaela at the net, you'd never know what you would get, but she just looks more confident and more accurate. And if she continues to play well, that's going to bode well for the Sentinels team. A 4-3 Patriots advantage. Chloe Hancock checking in. The lefty fires it up. Yaley digs it out nicely. Shalapour, left attack. Riley Keene.
Riley Keene, wow.
Right through Presley Harris. And Victoria Ingerfield had no answers. A 5-3 Seton lead. Fia Fisher on serve. Fisher into Ingerfield. Hancock setting up that left side. And Bocut reading the defense.
Some deception right there from Bocut. Well placed.
This doesn't always have to be about power. Sometimes a little finesse.
Yep.
Plays a big role. Bocut, Keene, Shalapour outside. Rylan Keene. And Keene just bringing it.
Overpowering kill right there.
Big time vertical. Salazar and Matty Coaches checking in. Matty's dad is the offensive coordinator for the football team. Coaches early in that back row. Hancock setting up Devlin on the outside, and Devlin fires up the winner. Seton lead is down to 1. So glad you can join us on a Friday night from John J. McMahon Gym, the home of the Sentinels. While teams across the valley are playing football, we've got a thriller here on the hard court. And that one drops in as Keene could not make the return. Even at 6. A battle of wills in this second set. Seton won the first set 26-24, dropped the second set 25-17. And that point goes in favor of QC. Presley Harris serving it up. Keene, that back row. Matty Coaches, little bump across. Hancock, right side attack, good block. And that drops in. And that's a frustrating moment for Coach Johnson. An 8-6 QC lead. Harris, Yaley digs it out. Coaches, Maddie Bell block. Keene keeps it alive. Battle at the net. And winning that one, Ella Dobble. And now the Seton fans are getting restless. And John Engelbert, the assistant coach, on his feet. Keene is there. Coaches, right side attack for Keene. Shoots in that back row. Bow cut. Hancock. Bump across by Bowcut. Coaches. Yaley knocks it across. The answer by the Patriots. And Devlin finds the soft spot. And James Johnson's going to have to call a timeout. The squad jumped out to a 6-4 lead. And the Patriots going a 6-2 run to take the lead. So James Johnson and Brian Milhone in that huddle, talking to the squad. And right now, it's about will and determination in this one, and hustle. The second set and even this third, that little bump shot, Patriots are finding that soft spot, and the back row is not anticipating.
No, great deception from ALA, and yeah, Devlin and Bowcut are just tearing it up right now.
And right now we've got ALA, QC, the JV squad, and some of their youngsters are getting their MC Hammer dance on. Do you even know who MC Hammer is?
Of course, Joe. Of course I know who MC Hammer is.
What year were you born?
2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
2004. Okay, so the next time you come here, I'm gonna look up I'm gonna look up about 1,000 things that happened in 2004. Maddie Bell fires it up at the net. Ingerfield try to get the winner. And that drops.
Coaches just lost that one.
11-6. And Seton has got to elevate its game. Harris, Keene is there. Coaches, Salazar blocked at the net. Bowcut's there in the back row. Hancock setting up Devlin. And Devlin cuts down Salazar. And the Patriots have doubled up the Sentinels 12-6. Presley Harris shoots it up. Keene is there. Yaley. Salazar bump over. Anticipated well by the Patriots. Block at the net by Maddie Bell. Hancock hustling. Bowcut gets it across. Maddie Bell. And that is out. A much needed side out.
Yep.
James Johnson coming out, telling his team to keep its poise, keep the emotions in check. And Adam, it's very easy in the course of playing a game to have the emotions get the best of you.
Yeah, especially with the stands so close and all the fans screaming in your ear, you really got to lock in. Devlin pokes this one over. Yaley. Steinkamp gets it back over.
Ingerfeld, and there's the answer by Keene. Once again, Keene is there. Kept alive by Maddie Bell at the net. Hancock setting up Devlin. And Keene has the answer. Great anticipation. Steinkamp, cross-court bump. Devlin tries to keep it alive. And a violation going over the line.
There we go, Seton wins a competitive volley. And they're right back in this thing, down 4.
12-8. And Rylan Keene stepped up big, anticipating all the back row shots, and fires up the ace.
Every time Keene has a chance to serve, the momentum shifts right back in Seton's favor. Down only 3 now.
And you're seeing the potential of Rylan Keene in the last 5 points, just anticipating everything in the back row, so good in the front, and on the service game, firing up the ace.
And as the crowd mentioned, she's a freshman.
Bowcut setting up Hancock. Hancock, Keene is there. Outside, Steinkamp, right into Hancock for the winner. And Seton on a run. The squad has rolled off 4 straight. And Keene making it happen. The fabulous freshman. Tight, hard spin. Right into Devlin. Hancock. Devlin. Soft touch. Read well. Yaley. Sets up Steinkamp. Erling is there. Devlin blocked at the net. Hancock setting up the right side. Ingerfeld blocked at the net. Kept alive. Coaches. Steinkamp. Keene is there. Coaches. Battle at the net. And this time, Ingerfeld comes up the winner.
And huge props to Madeline Bell on that point. Seton didn't win, but she blocked 2 tremendous spikes from ALA.
13-10. A tremendous sequence on both sides. Kiana Williams on the serve. Williams. Keene has the answer, and Salazar gets locked up. 14-10. And you got to feel that Seton needs to get the ball back immediately. Williams. Coaches, Steinkamp.
Steinkamp with the kill.
Right into Erling, and Erling could not handle it. 14-11. Fia Fisher back in. Fisher, Steinkamp. Salazar. Coaches, Keene. On serve is Yaley. Yaley, good serve. Right into Devlin. Devlin, right side attack. And that one is out. Seton pulls within 2. And it all starts on the service, and Seton doing a much better job capitalizing. 14-12. Great serve, just died. Keene tried to dig it out. Steinkamp with a hustling effort. 15-12.
And this is a much better set for Seton than last set. They look a lot like what they came out with in the first here in this one.
That Seton fan base, student body getting going. Tipped off the twine. Coaches. Fisher blocked at the net. Williams setting it up. And Hancock, the lefty, fires a laser for the point. 16-12. Devlin on serve. And that one is out. And good work by Rylan Keene in that back row. She had to make a split-second call, and she read it like a champ.
Keene.
Sophia Shalapour on the serve. Fisher, Steinkamp, Kayla Bell on that front line. And Sophia gives it right back. A momentum killer for the Sentinels. On the serve, the Patriots, Jocelyn Randall, the senior. Keene, good dig out. Steinkamp, and Steinkamp gets the win. Right into Presley Harris. Seton pulls within 3. Elizabeth Steinkamp, a super sophomore. Outstanding freshman season. And right past Erling. Wow. And Seton once again pulls within 2. Last time they were this close, 12-10. Erling. Williams knocked over by Hancock. Shalapour, Yaley setting up that right side. Back and forth at the net. And how about Fia Fisher? Elevating Fisher. And dominating.
Michaela Bell right there got blocked. She recovered, and wow, Fia Fisher closes the deal to bring Seton within 1.
Steinkamp. Serving it up. Erling. Williams sets up Devlin. And Devlin right down Main Street. Gets the point off the tip. 18-16, and this is where Seton's got to lock it up.
Yep.
Show its toughness, and has to be solid on the receiving end. Hancock the lefty. Little extra spin coming from that hand. Yaley digs it out. Shalapur. Good opportunity for Michaela. And Michaela right through the right side. Cutting down Bocut. Getting an opportunity. Veronica Bratko. Bratko on serve. Maddie Bell checking in on that front line. Keene now in the front with Michaela Bell. Bratko, good serve. Bocut. Engerfeld. Michaela Bell going back the other way. And that one is long. 19-17.
Impressive there, though, for Bratko to come off the bench. You know, hasn't touched the court the whole game, and to deliver a serve like that is truly impressive.
Nice, hard, tight spin.
Yeah.
Bocut on the serve. Dug out by Keene. Shalapur. Bumped over by Rylan Keene. Devlin. Yaley sets up Keene. Keene off the block, answers. And Hancock try to set up Devlin, and that falls in. Seton pulls within one. Salazar, coaches on the serve. An opportunity for Seton to tie it. Erling digs it out. Hancock setting up Devlin. And Seton gets the point as Devlin goes into the pole. Tied at 19.
Seton has just been clawing and clawing this set, and Coaches now with a chance to give him a lead.
Coaches, good serve. Hancock, right side. Engerfeld is long. And Seton, the first to 20. And it's ALA QC calling it TO. And the Sentinels once trailed 16-12. Going on a nice run. Now leading 20-19.
And we see some festivities over by the student section.
Yeah.
20 push-ups for 20 points.
20 push-ups. And I'm guessing he's got a banana costume on.
That is a banana over there.
With Freddie the Flamingo.
Freddie do flamingos like bananas? I don't think so.
Birds eat nuts, they eat plants, they eat worms, they eat anything. So ALA QC coming back out the floor. Ingerfeld along with Harris, Bocut, Erling, Devlin, and Hancock. Seton counters with coaches. Steinkamp, Yaley, Salazar, Keene, and Maddie Bell in the middle. Hancock. Deep back row attack by Bocut. Maddie. Salazar with an opportunity to kill it, and Maddie and Salazar tough at the net, and Salazar comes up with the point.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of miscommunication from ALA over here. They have a chance to, save some of these volleys, but on the front line, there's a lot of miscommunication going on. No one knows who's going to go for the ball.
21-19. And a miss hit. A rare miss hit by Bocut.
Things seem to be falling apart a little bit for ALA. We'll see if they can recuperate before this set gets away from them.
22-19, Seton 3 points away from a second set victory. Coaches, dug out by Devlin, back to Devlin. And Devlin Fires hard. And gives the Patriots an opportunity going back on offense. And you can see why Peyton Devlin's on her way to NAU.
Yeah.
Strong from the outside, also has got some finesse in her game. Keene, battle at the net, kept alive by Maddie Bell. Good effort by coaches. Hancock setting up Devlin, blocked at the net. Yaley is there.
Wow.
Coaches, Steinkamp, back row. And the attack error, a crucial one. 22-21. Harris. Yaley digs it out. Coaches, right side. Little bump across by Keene. Hancock setting up Devlin. Going the other way. Yaley. Coaches, back row attack by Steinkamp. Harris, way back in the back row by Bocut. Devlin just gets it across. And a couple tips, and Seton can't answer. 22 all. Harris, Yaley, coaches, Rylan Keene. And James Johnson has to burn a timeout. So now it's ALA answering. Seton was up 22-19. And Patriots showing their pride, answering with 3 straight. Make that 4 to take the lead.
Yeah, the Patriots built some momentum right there, and they have been rolling ever since. Definitely a good time to call a timeout from James Johnson. We'll see if Seton can come out with some flair here and hopefully recuperate, win this set, and head into the 4th with a 2-1 lead.
And on the other side for Coach Ramage, his team, a very experienced playoff team from a year ago. His squad didn't get rattled, they just answered the bell. And Seton's gonna have to capitalize and be clean on the receiving end. Presley Harris about to go to work. Salazar, Maddie Bell, Keene, coaches, Maddie Bell right into Bocut. Hancock knocked over. Yaley, good set. Coaches, Rylan Keene, cross court into Hancock. Bocut, Devlin fires that long. And we are knotted at 23. So close on that back line.
Yeah.
A judgment call, and Seton comes up big.
Devlin definitely deserving of that NAU scholarship. She has been a force on the outside so far today.
Rylan Keene on the serve. Devlin has to dig it out. Good work by coaches. Salazar. Bocut has the answer. Hancock setting up that outside attack. Right into Keene. And it's set point for the Patriots.
Just a rocket right there from Devlin.
And Seton has to go on a run. Kiana Williams. Yaley digs it out. Battle at the net, kept alive. Good work by Maddie Bell. And they call a net violation. And the Sentinels lose the second set, 25-23, in a heartbreaking fashion. And that is one of those calls so close. So we'll take a short timeout. Sentinels down 2-1 as they're taking on the Patriots of ALA-QC. Friday night, serves and spikes right here from John J. McMahon Gym. So we are getting ready for the must-win fourth set for the Sentinels after losing a heartbreaking third set, 25-23. Squad led that third set 22-19, but cannot close it out. So here we go. Sentinels need to raise the bar in this fourth set. And once again, they are playing a very good team. This is a squad that made the playoffs last year. A team that won their playing game and then moved on to the second round. Knocking off Swara in the playing game and then losing to Canyon del Oro in 4 sets. Outside attack, Devlin. And Devlin shoots it wide. And a good start for Seton. Sophia Shalapour on the serve. Erling is there. Kiana Williams blocked at the net by Fia Fisher. Hancock blocked at the net. Good start by Seton. Leading 2-0. Shalapour on serve. Coach James Johnson telling his team to focus. Shalapour shoots it out. Bocut, Williams, and Devlin.
Well
Perfect
placed.
placement. Senior leadership, and sometimes you got to have those senior smarts.
Yep.
And that was just dialed up beautifully. Shalapour. Michaela Bell outside. Banged on the outside by Bocut. Shalapour. Steinkamp. And a good combination block. Bocut in on there as well as Ella Doble. You're knotted at 2. Devlin on serve. Tipped off the top of the net. Shalapour setting up Bell. Bocut digs it out. Yaley has the answer. Shalapour right side. Steinkamp. Steinkamp. Devlin on that back row thought it was going to be out.
Yeah, I saw them talking back there. Miscommunication in the back line. Steinkamp. Big chance here on service.
Elizabeth fires it up. Erling is there. Bocut tries to hammer it home. Kept alive. Rylan King skying and delivering. A 4-2 Seton lead.
And the freshman chance raining down now after the great win by Keene. Steinkamp back for service once again.
Elizabeth shoots it up right into Devlin. Kiana Williams, outside attack by Bocut. Blocked and out of bounds by Michaela Bell. And we're seeing Bocut become a factor on that outside. In on the serve. Jocelyn Randall. Keene digs it out. Shalapour, Rylan King cuts down the trees. Keene impressively. Bracco comes in to serve. Maddie Bell on the front line.
Bracco came in last set with a huge power serve. We'll see what she brings here.
Does it yet again. Going up that fastball. Devlin back row attack and blocked at the net. And that was set up by the great serve by Bradco.
Yeah.
Firing on that back row and forcing Devlin to return on that back row.
Bradco brings a heater that just knuckles. No spin on it. Hard to judge where it's going to go.
Another fantastic serve. Devlin keeps it alive. Bradco that back end. Shalapur, Maddie Bell right into Kiana Williams. Hancock, Williams, Bradco, Shalapur, Michaela. And that goes out. And James Johnson trying to keep his team up, but realizing you got to be better on the attack chances. Hancock on serve. And that's Seton student body. They get an A for effort.
Oh, yeah.
Rylan Keene, Shalapur, Keene.
Wonderful.
Devlin couldn't handle it. A 7-4 Seton lead. Salazar and Coaches coming in. Coaches on serve. That's a good serve, making Devlin work it. Ingerfield at the line. Maddie Bell's there, drops a winner. And Seton doubles up the Patriots, 8-4. I've covered a lot of games in this gym, and this is by far the best Seton student section I've ever seen. Hancock. And a miss hit by Bocut. And you got to wonder if Alan Ramage, the head coach of ALA-QC, is close to calling a TO.
You know, he's got to be. Seton's pulling ahead here. Served by Coaches, and that'll be an ace.
Coaches. What do you think, Doc? We call that the drop curve?
That's the drop curve right there. Good topspin on that ball, and no answer from the ALA defense. Coaches again. Doesn't get it over this time.
But a great service run. Seton rolled off 4 straight points before that service break. Bocut on the serve. Steinkamp digs it out. Maddie Bell kept alive by the Patriots. Steinkamp. And Devlin wins that battle. 10-6. Bocut on serve. We're in the 4th set. Seton won the 1st set and dropped the next 2. Yaley, Coaches, Steinkamp knocks it across. Bocut on that back row. Left side attack, Devlin. And Devlin looks like she shot it wide, and they said it was in. And John Engelbert talking to his back row, and Emily Yaley. Sarah Bocut on serve, and that one is long. Keene and Yaley in that back row looking at each other, and they made the right call.
Yeah.
Rylan Keene has played an excellent match on serve. And fires up another great serve. Rylan Keene has an excellent serve.
Excellent everything.
Yes.
She's been just phenomenal today.
She has been absolutely amazing. Rylan shoots it up right into Devlin. Hancock setting up Devlin. Back row, Keene has the answer. Coaches. And Salazar, a misread.
Bit of a stumble right there. SCP with a 4-point lead now. Hopefully they can hang on, as it's Presley Harris with service from ALA. Keene. Coaches. to Bell.
Blocked at the net by Maddie Bell. Devlin knocks it across. Yaley, Salazar. And Salazar shoots that wide. Now it's ALA QC on a bit of a run.
But if Seton can compete like that every point, they don't have much to worry about.
And Yaley couldn't dig it out. Now 12-10, and James Johnson very close to calling a timeout. Harris, Keene is there in that back row. Coaches in the middle. Maddie Bell, right into Harris. Good block at the net, and Bell comes up big. The freshman in the Barbie pink shoes gets it done. (13-10) with Yaley going to the line.
2 freshmen stand out here today.
Bow cut, Hancock setting up that middle. And good work by that Seton front line. Fia Fisher, the super sophomore. 14-10. Great action between these two teams that no question will both be in the playoffs this year. Yaley. Hancock, Devlin.
Devlin.
Partially tipped by Fia Fisher. 14-11.
So Devlin appears again in a big way. She was quiet for a little bit there, but that kill puts the ball back in ALA's hands.
Kiana Williams on serve. Yaley digs it out. Coaches, back row attack by Keene. Bowcut is there. Williams setting up Devlin. And that drops right in the middle. James Johnson trying to save his timeouts. We gotta wonder if he's about to call one. Kiana Williams. Yaley. Coaches setting up that middle, and that's blocked by Devlin. And it's a 1-point 4-set. QC on a roll. And that one gets the back row, and we are tied at 14. And Kiana Williams doing a great job on serve. Right into Steinkamp. Steinkamp, another opportunity, an attack error. And James Johnson has to call a timeout.
Yeah, ALA went on quite the tear there. They regained the lead. And I would say that's spearheaded by Devlin. Devlin came up big there, had a momentum shifting kill, and SCP hasn't been able to regain.
Seton once led 10-4. And now it's QC an 11-4 run. And the opportunities have been there for Seton. Got to be better on the attack when the opportunities present themselves.
Absolutely.
So Coach Johnson talking to his team.
Especially when you're down a set, game is on the line. No room for mental errors on the court.
And the Seton student body. And is it safe to say, Adam, a couple of the kids who got the pajamas on? Is that what that is?
I believe so.
And a couple young ladies are queens.
Yeah.
Maybe got the crowns from Burger King.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the theme in the student section. I'm guessing some kind of yellow out, but
yeah,
they really went creative with it over there.
Yeah, they did. Williams off the top of the tape. Fisher was looking for the winner. Devlin cross court.
Once again.
Just high IQ by Devlin. Read it perfectly. And Seton did not have the answer. 16-14. Williams. And that one is out.
Good read from the libero, Yaley.
Bell and Shalapur check in.
And quick correction, it's a gold out over there, not yellow out.
A gold out. And we got some bling, right?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
That ties it together much better.
Shalapur needs to come through on the serve. And does. Bow cut. Williams. Hancock blocked at the net. Yaley. Michaela.
Wow.
Cutting down Devlin.
And Doble.
16 all. Williams tracking it down. Bumped over. Yaley gonna feed Steinkamp. Steinkamp.
Off the fingertips of ALA. And ALA tried to get away with one right there. Little premature celebration from the ladies on the court, but the referee saw through it.
Good call by the refs, 17-16. The chair getting the answer. Shalapur, good serve. Bow cut, Williams. Knocked over by Doble. Yaley, Shalapur. And Fia with the mishit at the net. Those attack errors so crucial.
Yep.
17th from John J. McMahon Gym. 2 playoff teams from a year ago. Keene came up, good hustle.
Wow.
Knocked over, blocked at
wow. Huge play from Sophia Shalapur.
Michaela Bell on the block as Shalapur came racing up to save it.
Full extension layout from Sophia Shalapur to set up her teammate. Wow.
And delivering.
Wow.
Steinkamp. Right into Devlin. Cross court. And a winner by Hancock. Right now, the outsides of ALA QC doing a really good job of recognizing the blocking schemes by Seton. On the serve, Allie Connolly, the senior. Conley knocks that one deep.
That's a huge point right there for Seton.
Bratko coming in with that hard,
here we go.
fast serve.
Let's see the knuckleball.
Maddie Bell coming in. It's a knuckleball with gas behind it.
Yeah.
Bratko doesn't mess around at the service line and brings it right into
Yeah.
Erling. How about Bratko? She has been a force off the bench.
Just a punishing force off the bench. She comes in the game cold, and every single time she delivers. Timeout called now. And SCP has all the momentum, up 20-18.
And you got to feel good for Veronica Bratko. Last year, she was on the JV squad. She has earned her right to play on this varsity squad. And you've had teammates that have just battled and battled and battled to work their way to varsity. And Adam, for those kids that finally get their opportunity and to see them work as hard as they do and deliver in such clutch moments, what does it mean for the team and for them individually?
I mean, it's great, and everyone on the bench, everyone on the court is going to celebrate with her. I mean, they know how hard she's worked for that moment, and, you know, they've been there to support her through every step of the way. She might not have been on varsity her whole career, but she got her opportunity, and she made the most of it.
The young lady, the senior 5'6", out there battling, and she's going back.
Oh yeah, we see her once again.
And she's got plenty of fuel in the tank, and she's gonna come, and it's gonna have plenty of velocity behind it. And there it is, Devlin, Williams, bow cut, and bow cut is long. And once again, Bratko
Bratko
delivering on that back line, that back row.
She's just like a machine. Once
Bratko.
again.
Almost a winner at the net. The pushover by Bocut. Shalapur. Michaela Bell.
Wow.
Down the line.
Perfectly placed ball
And Adam, I've
by
covered
Michaela Bell.
a lot of Seton Catholic matches. Michaela Bell is playing at the level everyone is expecting that she is able to play. And it's great to see. She's playing fantastic. I always thought the key to this team last year when they struggled to a 9-16 year was Michaela just being so inconsistent at the attack, but she looks dynamic in this one. And the team collectively finding its way, and then of course, Veronica Bratko on this tremendous service run.
I mean, this is what coaches dream of, to have a player off the bench who comes up in the most clutch situation possible and delivers. Bratko is doing her job right now.
Seton has rolled off the last 4 points. But just like the third set, they were up 22-19 and couldn't crowd in. John Engelbert talking to the squad, and now it's up to the ladies to respond. They're in the position, just like they were in the third set. And Bratko. And Adam, if you're a catcher, you're giving Bratko a signal. What's the signal?
Nothing but the heater, and we see it again.
Bratko.
Veronica Bratko, 5 in a row.
Firing up the gas and showing that upper class poise. The B train off the tape,
man.
doing it again.
Who can stop Veronica Bratko right now?
Bratko, a serving wonder for Seton.
Set point right here, 24-18. And Seton Catholic wants no break in the action. Let's let Veronica roll.
And now the chair and the floor ref will talk this over. And it didn't look like there was much to discuss in that point. But needs to say, they get it right, and Devlin looking for a...
I'm not too sure what they're discussing right now, to be honest with you.
Needs to say, James Johnson's just trying to keep his team focused. And Devlin going over to talk to head coach Alan Ramage.
Here we go.
Veronica B.
24-18.
The B is for Bad Woman. She fires up another fastball. Williams, Devlin in that middle, and Devlin fires up her own gas. And a great service run by Veronica Bratko. Seton still at set point. Now the pressure's on Hancock to deliver.
Yep. She has to be perfect right here.
Good work by Steinkamp. Michaela Bell, the soft touch. Erling digs it out. Bocut. Shalapur. Michaela Bell blocked. And Bocut comes up with the answer. 24-20.
But this is great from Seton Catholic. They're not giving up any points. They have a 4-point lead now, and they're making ALA earn it.
Hancock, the tall lefty. Firing it up, and that one is out. And Seton wins the fourth set, 25-20. And if you have to give an MVP award for that fourth set,
no doubt.
VB.
Veronica Bratko came off the bench, came in to serve, and just delivered for Seton Catholic. ALA had no answer for the knuckleball heater.
Bratko simply dynamic on the serve. Rolling off point after point. And now we are tied at 2, going to a decisive 5th set. Keep it locked, keep it loaded, right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. The Doctor and Joey P with more from John J. McMahon Gym. So we welcome you back to John J. McMahon Gym, where the Sentinels stay alive, taking the 4th set. And there we've got multiple alien invaders getting their dance on.
Invading the court.
Freddie the Flamingo enjoying the view. And you don't have to be from this universe or this galaxy to enjoy this volleyball match.
No, this is awesome.
This one's so good, bringing spectators from all over the universe. And Freddie taking in the sights and sounds before he took off. So Seton won the 1st set 26-24, dropped the 2nd set 25-17. Dropped the 3rd set 25-23. They actually led that 22-19. And then, in dramatic fashion, take the 4th set 25-20 to stay alive. So now we go to must-win 5th set. The first to 15 by 2. And Shalapur on serve. Fires it up right into Erling. Kiana Williams. Devlin blocked to the net. Bowcut is there. Another block by Seton. Williams setting up Hancock. Keene has the answer. Shalapur. Michaela. Good effort by Shalapur. Erling outside. Devlin. Keene is there. Seton keeps it alive. Knocked over by Yaley. Back row by Bowcut. Devlin gets it across. Yaley has the answer. Keene shoots it across. Erling is there. Right side. Bump over by Bowcut, and it's out.
Wow.
And Seton takes the first point.
What a tremendous first volley there.
Epic sequence.
Thea Fisher with 2 major blocks. And how about the libero? Emily Yaley comes up big.
Erling digs it out. Bump across. Great effort by Shalapur. Yaley in that back row. Devlin. And Devlin finds the soft touch. And we're knotted at 1. This one, an epic affair between, no question in my mind, will be 2 playoff teams this year. Keene digs it out. Good work in that middle by Fisher. Return blocked at the net. Michaela Bell. And Bell, that's off the net.
Yeah.
And the refs get it right. It was off the pole on the return. And James Johnson almost lost a gasket there for a second.
Yeah.
Jumping out of his chair.
Rightfully so.
And rightfully so.
If they had awarded that point to ALA, we wouldn't get to see Steinkamp just yet. Steinkamp brings it right over the top.
Hancock. Bocut, and Bocut is out. And Seton up 3-1.
Some visible frustration from Bocut on the other side of the court. Good touch, but just couldn't keep it in bounds.
And Bocut, the sophomore, has to keep her emotions in check. And Steinkamp rips that long and wide. Service error by Seton. So just when it looked like the Patriots were coming undone and losing their poise, Seton gives it back. On the serve, Brooklyn Randall. Yaley digs it out. Shalapur. And Ryland King skying and scoring. And here she comes.
Oh, man.
Veronica
Here
Bratko.
we go.
And James Johnson. It's like going to Randy Johnson out of the bullpen. Firing it up. Devlin has to dig it out. Hancock blocked at the net. Steinkamp is there. Shalapur. Michaela Bell brought it. Knocked over by Seton. Bratko off the back row. Ryland King. Ryland. Relentless and ferocious.
Wow. And that gives the ball right back to Victoria Bratko. Apologies, Veronica Bratko.
VB.
VB.
Hard serve right into Erling. Williams. Devlin. Bratko gets it up. Keene shoots it back to Devlin. Williams, outside attack is Bocut. And that drops in on that back row. Fia Fisher, Yaley checking in. Bratko checking out. Good work once again by VB. Fia Fisher also out. Maddie Bell checking in. On the serve, Hancock. Steinkamp. Knocked across. The slow little changeup.
Wow.
A little bit of a mishit by Michaela Bell. You saw the look on her face
Gets the job done.
as she claps James Johnson on the way out. And right now, Michaela Bell is playing so well that even mishitting the ball, she's playing fantastic. Getting some breaks. Maddie Coaches right into Erling. Hancock setting up Ingerfeld. Ingerfeld connects down the line. 6-4. First to 15 by 2. And Mesquite, who Seton will play next. We're scouting the Sentinels earlier. Bocut on serve. Salazar with the miss hit. A 1-point fifth set. And Bocut, Alan Ramage, the head coach of ALA QC, now sitting down. And that is out. So Bocut, who we've seen at times showing some signs of frustration.
Visible frustration.
Now gives it back. And Ryland Keene has been so good on serve with an opportunity. Off the top of the tape, Engerfeld Blocked, kept alive by Harris. And Devlin shoots up the winner. 7-6.
And Devlin, we've seen great touch from her, but when she lets it rip and uses her physicality, there's not much you can do if you don't get directly in front of it and block it.
Harris, Yaley, Keene, Steinkamp.
Wonderfully placed by Steinkamp.
Cross-court winner. Harris could not get to it. 8-6. Fia Fisher checking in. Yaley on serve. Maddie Bell checking out. Fisher, Salazar, Steinkamp. Coaches, Keene and Yaley on the floor. Nice serve. Almost a miss hit by the Patriots. They get it over. Keene in that back row. Coaches, Steinkamp. No hesitation.
Wow.
Rips the Fury right past Bocut. Now a 9-6 Seton advantage. Yaley on serve and Coach Ramage on his feet. And Yaley gives it back. And right now, both teams can't afford to have service errors.
No.
Got to give yourself an opportunity. Kiana Williams on serve. And that student section getting riled up. Keene. Steinkamp setting up the other side. Bump over by Salazar. And the Patriots could not answer. 10-7. Bell and Salazar. Salazar and coaches, I should say, checking out. Michaela Bell and Sophia Shalapur checking in. And a timeout on the floor by ALAQC. And now we got, I believe that we can win. The student section tearing it up. And the great shot by Paolo Hutchison. And Freddie believes they can win. The Flamingo.
Freddie is on the court.
He's sprouting his feathers. This one, really epic volleyball.
I mean, what a thriller.
Seton took the first set, 26-24, dropped the second set, 25-17, dropped the third set after being up 22-19, came back, took the fourth, 25-20, and here they are, 5 points away from a 5-set victory, and John Engelbert, the assistant head coach, firing up his team. And keep it right here afterwards for the post-game coverage. The doctor, myself, and we'll have live post-game interviews. Win, lose, or draw, and only Seton style from John J. McMahon Gym. Fia Fisher will fire it up. Erling digs it out. Williams. And that's a big-time attack by Devlin right into Yaley. Seton up 2, 10-8. Devlin working out of that back row. Williams and Erling on the back. Hancock, Bocut, and Dobble up front. Great job by Shalapur keeping it alive. Yaley, Hancock. Great hustle by Shalapur yet again. Steinkamp, and Steinkamp shoots that long. 10-9.
ALA closing the gap. Devlin back to serve yet again.
Shalapur, Steinkamp. Yaley keeps it alive. Steinkamp shoots it down the line. Erling is there. Williams, back row attack by Devlin. And that is in on that back row.
Wow, Steinkamp had a stinger over the top in that volley, but received well by Kiana Williams of ALA, and they get it done on that point.
Now Devlin on serve. Keene. Bell, the soft touch, kept alive by a hustling Kiana Williams. Keene is there. Steinkamp, right side attack. And that one goes out of bounds. And Seton back up 11-10.
Seton back up. They've stopped the momentum of ALA. Now it's their turn to get something going. Steinkamp back to serve.
Elizabeth fires it up right into Devlin. Cross-court attack and Bocut. And Bocut nails the back row. We're knotted at 11.
Bocut finds the corner very well right there. In to serve now, number 3. Brooklyn Randall.
11 all. Decisive. Set 5. Keene. Little bump. And
Sneaky!
Shalapur with the winner on the floor. Great little dump by Shalapur. The little no-look Magic Johnson.
Shalapur sneaks one by ALA right there.
And who's coming in?
Oh my goodness.
Bratko,
Bratko.
the super senior. Another great serve right into Erling. Williams, Hancock, cross court. Shalapur has the answer. Bratko, good set. Rylan Keene. And
Yes!
Keene comes up big.
13-11 now here in this final set. And Bratko back to serve once again.
And a timeout on the floor. Seton 2 points away from pulling out their biggest win of the year. And needs to say, this would be their biggest win since their team of a couple years ago that was so solid. Because this shows some legitimacy of how good this Seton team can be.
Right. Huge.
I mean, I see a team just that's fighting, a team that is hustling, a team that is more competitive at the net and is showing a resiliency. And I think a lot of that has to do with the added coaching staff of John Engelbert, who helped win a state title for this team on the men's squad in 2016. And John and I had a long conversation. He said he's trying to instill some fight in these young ladies, and you're seeing it. In that 3-set loss to Gilbert ALA North, they came back and battled in that 3rd set and pushed it. They lost, but I think they learned a lot, and here they are. 13-11, Bratko on the serve. Right into Devlin. Williams, Bocut. Bocut right into Bratko. 13-12. Bratko checking out. Thea Fisher checking in. Fisher, Michaela Bell, Maddie Bell. Front line, Yaley, Steinkamp, Keene, back row. Hancock on the serve, 13-12. Steinkamp, perfect dig, Shalapur, Michaela Bell. Good work on the back end by Devlin. Bocut, blocked and out of bounds. And we're at 13.
Not at 13.
And there's nothing you can do there.
No.
James Johnson's gonna call a timeout.
Rightfully so. Give Seton a chance to recollect themselves. When you're not at 13 in the 5th set, you got to be poised. You got to be ready. And you know, we talked about it in previous sets. They were giving away serves. They were giving away points. Some defensive mental errors, but they have cleaned it up here in the 5th, and they look good.
Bocut coming from that left side, and Seton came with the block. The only thing that might have been missing is a second blocker on that blocking move. Maybe Seton a body short up front. So 13 all, the Seton student body, the best in years attending a game. And give a lot of effort to the Patriots JV squad, and their youngsters bringing the energy for their bench. Just good, hard fighting volleyball here.
This is competition right here.
At John J. McMahon Gym. And Hancock on the serve. Yaley, good hustling move. Bell. Devlin in the back row. Bow cut. Bow cut. Denied at the net. Devlin back row. Hancock gets it over. Yaley. Shallow pour. Good set for Bell. Bell blocked to the net. Kept alive. Yaley gets it across. Bow cut. Hancock setting up bow cut. And blocked. And now it's set point for the Patriots.
Tremendous effort there from Seton. They're doing everything right now. And it comes down to this. Timeout called by James Johnson. Gives his team one last chance to recollect.
And a much needed timeout. Seton obviously needs to win this point to stay alive in this one. But either way, they have fought so hard in this one, and this team is getting better. This team is so much better than the squad that was put on the floor last year.
I think that regardless of which team wins this game, both of them got better and both of them found out where they stand this season, and that is in playoff contention.
Alan Ramage talked about for his team, still building some chemistry on his team early, and both sides are in the early stages of this year. The only loss for the Patriots, hard-fought loss to last year's 4A champions, Australia Foothills. Seton with losses to Arizona College Prep and to Gilbert ALA North, playoff teams from a year ago. So now you gotta watch for that dying serve that falls right in the middle of the floor. See what Hancock dials up. Right into Bell, digs it out nicely. And that's a big time, thunderous hit by Ryland Keene.
Ryland Keene, are you kidding me?
High and hard. Salazar and Coaches checking in.
Coaches back to serve. Knotted at 14.
Good serve, Erling. Bow cut, Keene. Set point and match point for the Sentinels.
Advantage Sentinels. Coaches with a chance to seal the deal.
And this arena is about to explode if Seton can pull it off. 15-14, match point for the Sentinels. Coaches fires it up. Devlin. And kept alive by Bowcut on the attack from the right side. We are at 15s. The Patriots not going away.
Bowcut put a whole lot on that one. Now she's back to serve.
Steinkamp is there. Coaches. Salazar. Block to the net. Kept alive. Salazar with a good block to the net. Harris. Cross court. Coaches has the answer. Yaley. Ryland Keene. And Ryland Keene!
My goodness.
16-15. And the fabulous freshman goes to the line with a chance to ice it for Seton.
I mean, could you write a better sequence of events?
Ryland Keene serves it up. Hancock, Devlin. And Hancock and Devlin handcuff Keene on the back row. We're at 16s. Harris on serve. Keene digs it out. Steinkamp. And Steinkamp shoots it long.
Just barely. So advantage now to ALA Queen Creek.
Match and set point for the Patriots. Steinkamp, coaches. Steinkamp, a little bump.
Oh my
and
goodness,
Steinkamp comes up with the winner.
Wow, perfectly placed.
We are
by
at
Steinkamp.
17s.
Could not have been a better ball right there by Steinkamp, and Seton needed it. We're back knotted up at 17s, and the libero, Emily Yaley, is back to serve.
Yaley right into Devlin, almost a miscommunication. And the cross-court winner by Ingerfield. 18-17. Match and set point now for QC. This one started at 6. Williams, a little bump in.
And it gets the job done.
We go to 18s.
Wow.
Michaela Bell, Sophia Shalapour, back in. And Shalapour with an opportunity to give Seton the lead. Erling.
Wow.
And Fia Fisher at the net gets the point.
Fia Fisher.
Match and set point yet again for Seton.
This is just a thriller of a competition. If you're joining us in the broadcast, we are privileged to witness this game.
Fisher, Erling, Kiana Williams, and the perfect bump by Devlin. Took advantage, and we are at 19s.
Back and forth.
Free volleyball now.
Oh, wow.
Devlin, Keene, Shalapour, Michaela. Devlin in that back row. Kiana Williams, bow cut. Keene has the answer. Good set. Steinkamp. Hancock. Back row attack. Yaley has the answer. Hancock. Bow cut. And a net violation by Bowcut.
And the point to Seton.
And Bowcut can't believe it.
Bowcut touched the top of the net. And ALA Queen Creek cannot believe it.
20-19. Steinkamp on serve. Match and set point yet again. Bowcut. Yaley off the rafters. Steinkamp, back row attack. Keene. Steinkamp. And the miss hit. And we are tied at 20.
Tiny miscue on this side of the court. ALA hit the ball that it would have dropped foul out of play, but it was returned by Seton. And when you're in a moment like this on the court, it's very, very hard to decipher where the court boundaries are.
Brooklyn Randall on serve. Keene so good digging. Ryland punching in that back row. Devlin is there. Knocked over by Bowcut. Yaley setting up the left side. Blocked at the net. Shalapour. Right side. Michaela Bell going down the line and long. Now match and set point for the Patriots. On serve, Brooklyn Randall. Yaley, Shalapour, Keene.
Keene gets it done.
Right through the two blockers up front.
And in comes Veronica Bratko.
And Bracco is going to get the The one sign. And the one, doctor, what does that mean for a pitcher?
The heater. Nothing but heat. Mariana Rivera, she's got one pitch, and she's going to bring it every time.
The split fingers coming from VB. And there it is.
Beautiful serve from Veronica.
22-21. And the Seton bench thought that was match and set point. And once again, the flamethrower. Veronica Bratko gained the sign from Jorge Posada.
And the referee didn't see anything.
And the chair giving the explanation to Devlin.
I'm going to have to agree with him on that. And right back to action, Veronica Bratko.
22-21.
Game on the line.
Blocked at the net. Bratko. Shalapur keeps it alive. Bell dumps it over. Erling. Williams. Bowcut. Bowcut keeps it alive.
And there's the game!
And Keene gets it done!
Ryland Keene!
And the Sentinels knock off ALAQC!
And they storm the court!
In decisive fashion, 23-21. And it's a Seton Catholic soiree on the court.
What a scene. What a scene.
An epic victory by Seton. So far in this young season, they've lost to 2 playoff teams coming into this one, but tonight they step up and get it done. Being down 2-1, they deliver in an incredible, epic volleyball match.
Oh my goodness. And everyone that stepped on the court tonight played well. They did their job, but we had a couple standouts. Madeline Bell, Fia Fisher, Emily Gailey, Sophia Shalapur, Madeline Coaches, Ryland Keene, Veronica Bratko, and Elizabeth Steinkamp all came in extra clutch tonight.
And keep it right here, because the fun is just beginning. We're going to have plenty of post-game coverage right here on the Seton Catholic Network. We're setting up Sentinels, doing in style, a 5-set thriller over ALAQC.
I think we're on.
We welcome you into bonus coverage as the Sentinels knock off ALAQC in 5 sets. Here with one of the heroes in this one, Ryland Keene, the decisive slam that brought down the house. And Ryland, what was it like in this one, in an epic volleyball match? a game so well played, and your team comes out on top?
That was great. We had a lot of team chemistry, which is great. A lot of things we practiced during practice we did during the game. We were all a bit worried coming out, which we shouldn't have been, and we came on the court confident, and then this happened.
Yeah, and what seemed to really resonate is that you dropped those second and third sets, and it looked like this one could have got away, but you found a way. Talk about the resiliency of this team.
Yeah, I think this game shows not to mess with Seton.
Not to mess with Seton, especially in Seton's house. And that being said, this was the third time you played a playoff team from last year. The first two didn't go Seton's way. A hard-fought 5-set loss to ALA QC, the 3-set loss to Gilbert ALA North, a team that made it to the semifinals last year. What do you think those two losses early did for you moving forward and helped you win this match tonight?
I think it really pushed us to do better and to work as a team and have more team chemistry.
Team chemistry. So, Rylan, you play on the club circuit, and you're showing Seton Nation what you're capable of. You played on so many good teams in your time, and you continue to play on great teams, and you play elite competition. Talk about what you see from the Seton team and the potential of this team going forward.
I think there's a lot of potential with this team. We can be great like you saw in other times. We didn't use our full potential like at ACP, but this time we did. I think that's right.
And that is Rylan Keene, the fabulous freshman on this Seton volleyball team. Keep it locked, keep it loaded. This zip code, more to come from John J. McMahon Jim on the bonus coverage here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network.
Let's go.
And we welcome you back to John J. McMahon Gym after the house is full of celebration for the Sentinels after pulling out the 5-set victory over ALA QC. What a stunner, and I'm here with one of the unsung heroes in this one, Veronica Bratko. Veronica, you came in and you know one signal, fired the gas, that octane serve, and you were fabulous out there.
Thank you.
About coming in, providing a spark at that service line.
Yeah, for sure. It was a little nerve-wracking, but, you know, got to do it for the team.
Yeah,
That's what I tell myself.
Yeah, you're doing it for the team. And what I love about it is this is high-caliber volleyball. And when you're playing in one that's going to be remembered for such a long time,
oh, yeah.
I mean, while you're playing, what came to mind as you went to a 5th set? You're going the extra point and then some against this resilient ALA QC team.
Yeah, definitely scary, but I knew we had it in us. I knew we could push through, and we just were resilient throughout the whole game.
Veronica, for you personally, last year, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, you were on the JV squad.
I was, yes.
So here you battled. You fought your way to be on the varsity
Yeah,
squad.
I know.
So that being said, when you're out here and you're contributing, how much does it mean to you? Because you've worked so hard to get here.
Yeah.
And you're playing at such a high level, and I feel my heart is full for you. I'm so happy for you because you've earned it.
Yeah.
You've earned the right to be on this team. Talk about your journey to get to this point.
Yeah, so after my injury sophomore year, worked my way up to JV again, and then pushed through that, and I'm here, and I feel like this is the right place for me. Again, just doing it for the team, doing it for the sport I love.
And Veronica, you know, we talk about the resiliency of this team a little bit, and I think that's the difference from last year. I think this team by no means would have been in this game last year,
Yeah.
but I see a different team that has some fight in them.
For sure.
When you feel the temperature gauge of this team and the toughness, what do you see from your fellow teammates? Because I'm seeing a lot, and what I see, it's all good.
Yeah, for sure. I just see the fight in us. Like, we're all doing this. We're like we're here to stay, here for the W, you know. I don't know, it just feels great.
It feels great, and
Yeah.
Veronica Bratko, what a journey, contributing as a senior, and VB knows one thing, the fastball.
Yes.
She's the Mariana Rivera out of the bullpen, and she brings it. She fires a split finger, and that split finger is oh so good. We'll have more from John J. McMahon Gym. Locked and loaded, bonus coverage on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. And we welcome you back. More bonus coverage from John J. McMahon Gym. A coronation for the Sentinels after the big 5-set win over ALA QC. Here with one of the heroes is senior Michaela Bell. And Michaela, all I got to say, wow. Just wow. What was it like playing in this one?
It was really exciting. The past 3 years, we've gone 5 sets with them, and we haven't won. This was our first time winning, so it was like a comeback.
Yeah, it was a comeback, and you know, I see a completely different team than I saw from Seton last year. Talk about the toughness and the determination of this squad.
Yes, we really bonded. We do a ton of team bondings, and we're always together at practice, shagging together, getting water together, and we do everything as a team.
You know, you talk about the team. I want to talk about you collectively. I've always said about this team, Michaela Bell, and I say this personally, just me talking about Seton volleyball. I say it to myself. I don't say it to anyone else. Michaela Bell's got all this talent, and I'm just waiting for it to come out. I say this sincerely. This is your best match here at Seton. I haven't seen it on the road contest, but you were phenomenal in this match tonight. You were great. You had great reads. You were relentless on the blocks. Talk about your play in this one, if you can kind of reflect and how well you did a little bit of everything in this match.
It was really exciting. I just worked my hardest. I listened to what my coaches say, go to the right position, go to the right spot on the court, and it works.
So it did work, and you guys pull off the victory. And what do you think those early losses to Arizona College Prep and Gilbert ALA North, 2 playoff teams from a year ago, maybe taught you, and those were tough road matches, those 2 road losses prepared you to potentially pull this one off?
It was just, we didn't want to stay in that rut anymore, and we played Post and Butte on Wednesday, so it was just really exciting. We've been on our go and keep going, and we're just doing it.
Michaela, before I let you go, talk about this potential of this team moving forward.
We're really excited. We play Mesquite on Tuesday next week, so we're just looking forward to that game.
You kind of talk about Mesquite. They were here scouting you tonight. So, you know, when you got the crosstown rivals scouting you, you know they want to check out what Seton's all about. So give us kind of a preview of when you take on the Big Blue in their house.
It's just about doing what we did tonight. They scout us every year, so we know what they're looking for.
Michaela Bell, she brought the bell and rung it multiple times in a big 5-set victory. Keep it locked, keep it loaded. More to come here from John J. McMahon Gym. All I have to say to Elizabeth Steinkamp is, whew, wow. Just wow. What was it like to play in that one?
Tiring. But really, like the adrenaline rush, like in the middle of the game, it was kind of crazy.
5-set victory against a playoff team, and you could see them somewhere down the road. You know, Elizabeth, there were great efforts throughout. I mean, let's give one to an unsung hero, Veronica Bracco, coming off the bench,
Definitely.
firing up the one signal. And if we're talking baseball, and if your brother Tommy was there, he would say she fired up number one, the fastball, the whole time. How great was she on that service line?
Oh, she was amazing. She came in clutch. She brought us back, and she went on these runs. I've never seen anything better.
How about the difference in resiliency from this team from last year? I sense a different composure, a different competitiveness from this team. What are you seeing early on? I'm seeing some fight in the dog. Last year, the puppy would have rolled over. This year, the dog has got some bite. It's got some bark. It's ready to attack.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're more competitive, and we have that more like need to win, and I think we have the skill to win.
There you go. And let's talk about Tuesday night. The crosstown rival, they were in the house. They were doing a little scouting report. So you're going to Mesquite. What's it like when you take on Mesquite? And we all know they're only a couple miles away down the road.
Yeah, they're definitely our rival, and hopefully we're going to take a victory on them. They came to scout us out. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, felt good to win in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so enjoy this one and get ready for a couple road matchups next week. Great job, kiddo.
Thank you.
That is Elizabeth Steinkamp, the Stein Hammer, the Stein Lumber. She's always bringing it in some capacity. We're going to talk to Emily Yaley, the libero of the Sentinels, coming up in just a moment. So Emily Yaley wears the red libero jersey with pride. And Emily, what was it like out there in this wild 5-set victory?
It was crazy. I swear I blacked out. I don't even know what just happened. That was insane. And our fans, they're amazing. We love them so much. They're incredible.
I got to tell you, and in my time of being in this gym, what would you rate the fans tonight? I thought they were epic tonight.
1,000 out of 10.
Yes, yes. So that being said, let's talk about the character of this team. I mean, Emily, I really believe this. This team last year, you're not in this one, and you probably would have bowed out in the fourth set.
Yeah.
I see some fight in this team this year. I see a team that's ready not to go down and will continue to battle.
Yeah.
Talk about the character of this team.
That's the biggest thing we've been working on is finishing. And we say it every day in practice. We do drills where it's 24-24, and like if you lose, you go back to 20 because we have to work on finishing. And it worked because that's what we just did. So.
How big do you think this victory was in the scope of the early part of the season to build some confidence, to let you guys know you can compete and you can win against anyone?
It was so crucial. And I think it's just going to set us up for just even more success.
And you talk about success, and it starts Tuesday night as you take on the Big
Mesquite.
Blue.
Yep,
Mesquite.
yep.
They were scouting you here.
They were.
Yeah, so when you see, like, the next opponent in your gym, what came to mind when you saw those blue jerseys in here? I know you're focusing
Gotta
on
intimidate them.
Yeah. So you're going to their house. What can you expect?
It's not going to be easy. It's definitely going to be a hard fight, and we're going to have to do exactly what we did here tonight, and that's finish, and that's work hard, and it's work as a team, and not just play for yourself, but like for each other, because that's the only way that we're going to win is by playing for each other.
You know, I want to get your thoughts on a unsung hero in this one.
Yeah.
And look, I can call out all kinds of numbers on your team, but for me, and I have a warm place in my heart for how she's battled to get to the varsity and overcoming an injury, and Veronica stepping up on that service line, just delivering.
Crazy.
And I just want to get your thoughts on her performance and her journey to be on this varsity squad.
I just couldn't have been happier for her. She is the biggest fighter I know. Like, it's just crazy to me, and she just keeps fighting, and it just amazes me.
Yeah, well, the Sentinels amazed everyone tonight, and they kept fighting, and they showed their heart and desire. That is Emily Yaley, the star libero of the Sentinels as they improved to 3-2. Great job, kiddo.
Thank you so much.
This was painless, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
No biggie.
There you go. Adam and myself will wrap it up right here from Seton Catholic coming up in just a moment. So an amazing effort by the Sentinels getting the 5-set victory, and alongside the doctor, Adam Perry. Adam, when you reflect on this one, what comes to mind on the effort by the Sentinels this evening?
I mean, a lot of positives to take away from this game, and specifically the effort. I mean, these girls were fighting and clawing for every point. There were a little bit of some mental errors and communication errors, as well as some missed serves early on in the game, but they cleaned it up when it mattered, and they came out with the win.
They came out with the win, and along the way we saw some unsung heroes rise up to the occasion.
Yeah.
Youngsters like Veronica Bracco, the senior who's fought her way through an injury to get on this squad. Of course, Rylan Keene was phenomenal. We saw Michaela Bell, who I
Bell
thought,
as well.
and I told her I think she played her best match in this gym in her time for the Sentinels. So the team improves to 3-2 next week. A couple big matchups. They go on the road to Mesquite on Tuesday, followed by a Thursday matchup against Eastmark. And that Tuesday matchup, it's against a rival. It's right across town.
Yep.
And Adam, you've played in big-time rivalry games. When you play a rival, what kind of adrenaline will be flowing for Seton on Tuesday night?
We touched on it earlier, but Seton is going to Mesquite's home. And when you go to a rival's home, the only thing that's on your mind is going in there, taking what belongs to you, and leaving. So Seton's going in, and they're going to be on attack mode all the way through. They're going to try and compete even harder than what we saw today. They're not going to have as big of a student section, but you better believe that there's going to be a lot of Seton pride out there.
Seton's coming. They're coming with a vengeance and looking to take down Big Blue in their casa. Just a short trek down the road right here in Chandler. That is Adam Perry, and for all the good people like Greg Buchanan in the athletic department, as well as Terry Lick, Jen Hutchison, Paulo Hutchison on the live stream. And there he is, Freddie the Flamingo. So good to see you, champ.
Oh, and we got our buddy
He's
here.
always with us. And the aliens coming in, and of course they're getting their dance on, right? Because they are.
Yeah, everyone's having a blast over here.
Everyone's having a blast after the big Seton victory. Once again, we appreciate you dialing us up right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Great night for the ladies, knocking off ALA QC in 5 sets. We'll see you soon right here from Seton Catholic on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend.